Okay, I think we're live. Are we live?
It looks like it.
Okay, hey everybody. Robbins here. I've got Mike Stodola with me, and we got a big announcement for today. So very excited about that. I know a lot of you are just getting logged in, getting started. I can't see a chat. I think Karen or Mike, I forgot to even ask you. Are you guys going to tell me what's going on in the chat? Is there a chat? I don't know if there's a chat.
Yeah, there's a chat, so we'll get you any questions that you might have.
Okay, so there you go. Little details, Got to know these things, right? So anyway, if you're not familiar with me, Robbins, I am CEO, founder of TMT, Technology Marketing Toolkit, also MSP Success Magazine, Big Red Media. Mike Stodola is my Chief Marketing Officer, and we focus on helping MSPs figure out how to get sales and marketing done correctly so that they can actually scale their business and, more importantly, achieve some level of financial freedom. So if you're on this, you probably know who we are. You've engaged with us. But if you're not, just that little piece of information. But should I just tell them what the big news is, Mike, or should
Yeah,
I?
yeah, let's do it. And if you want to share
Okay.
screen when you do, or if you got something else planned there,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
I was thinking of being a
confetti.
smart ass and saying some other kind of announcement, but I won't do that. But
Okay.
here's the announcement. The announcement is we have officially opened registration for our big annual event that happens every single year. And when I say we've officially opened it up, we hold back opening up to everybody because we want to give our members first dibs. So we have very quietly launched it to a couple of members. The URL is robinsbigseminar.com. So if you'll go right there, should I share? I'll share my screen, right? You've got
Yeah,
it
that'd be
in
great.
there. So robinsbigseminar.com. And the other kind of big news is that this year's theme, because we always have a theme, is going to be Robbins and the Marketing Factory, which may look like Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka. I mean, there may be some similarities. It's not exactly what we were aiming for, but for some reason, it just kind of worked out that way. But this is our big annual event that we have been hosting every year for, what is this year, 18 or 19?
18,
Yeah,
18.
it's crazy. And so this event is the event where we have all of our members, whether they're a Toolkit, Launch Academy, Accelerators, Producers Club, and clients, come in to a big 3-day sales, marketing, leadership, growth summit. It is by far the largest event in our industry that is focused on just those things: sales, marketing, profitable growth, leadership strategies. In other words, we're not teaching you how to be a better engineer. We are teaching you how to be a wealthy entrepreneur. And this event has just been like one of the best things, one of the biggest things that we do. And a couple little information. I'm looking here down at my sheet because I have some notes here. We can host about 1,200, 1,300 people. And as of this moment right now, we have 628 people registered, which means we're just at that halfway mark. Somehow magically that happened. And once we fill this room, we cannot put additional people in. There's like fire codes and seating limits and stuff like that. So if you are a member or client, or if you're not a member or client, you are still invited to come. What you can do is go to robinsbigseminar.com and you can register. You see the yellow register buttons, they're all over the site. This is going to be held in Dallas this year. So this is the second time that we went outside of our hometown in Nashville, Tennessee to host this event. We typically have it in Nashville because it's a big operation with all of our team coming in. But we have outgrown the Omni Hotel where we typically host it. So that plus the Opryland Hotel, which is where we could host it, is going to be under construction. So we decided, instead of taking a risk and hosting an event with that many people, at a hotel that's under construction. We decided to go to Dallas, Texas, which keeps it central. So for flights, you're not having to fly across the country. And it's going to be April 22nd through the 24th, 2025. And the hotel is the Hilton Anatole in Dallas. It is an absolutely gorgeous property. Incredible area, and it's designed to host really, really big events like this. So really quick, I want to make sure that if you are thinking about registering or you want to get registered right now, because little surprise, we are going to be doing a raffle, a drawing. I guess it's a drawing. Is that raffle something different?
Yep.
Anyway, a drawing from everybody who is currently registered at the end of this live cast, and we are going to be giving away a $500 gift card to Uber, Southwest Airlines, or the Hilton. So you can use that $500 for your travel to the event, but you got to be registered, because we'll give you a couple minutes here. We're going to talk probably about another 10 minutes about the event. But if you're going, and you should be going, if you're a member, if you're an active member, you should go. You get those tickets included with your membership. Make sure you're registered, because in about 10 minutes we're gonna pull a name from people registered and give away that gift card. All right, Mike, should I tell them what boot camp is, or do you want to add on to that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think really diving into what boot camp is, because one of the questions we always get is, hey, I went to Rapid Implementation Workshop, or I went to Roadshow, or I've gone to your MSP Growth Day. Um, is this just like that?
Well, no, because one, we have a theme. No, it's more than that. So no, it is a different event. It's our big annual conference, our international conference. That we have members from, mostly they're in North America, but we have members all over the world. And this is the event that if they don't come into any of the other events like Roadshow, they absolutely come to this event. And if you go, I can scroll through the site and just talk to you a little bit about it. This event is where you are going to get the latest, the greatest, the newest campaigns, strategies, methods, tools for growing your MSP, right? So it's not Roadshow, it's not Rapid. There's a lot more people than that. And the speakers are obviously going to be some of my team that are going to be delivering that. Like Mike's going to be doing sessions in MC. My marketing team, my sales leadership team are going to be doing sessions. Our digital team are going to be doing sessions. But we're also going to do panels, a lot of panels from some of the most successful members that we have. And then we have the keynote speakers, which are really key. So obviously I'm going to be doing a keynote presentation. We actually got to swap this out for my newer,
Yeah.
face. I don't know why we've got this old photo of me on there. But some of the keynote speakers are going to be Dr. Phil, for example. Now, Dr. Phil, is the reason. The reason I wanted to have Dr. Phil, everybody kind of should know who he is. But Dr. Phil has become one of the most iconic, well-known personalities in our lifetime. And he's a phenomenal brander, marketer, somebody that I want to bring in, not to talk about, he can probably analyze me, tell me everything's wrong with me. Of course, I don't need Dr. Phil to do that. I got plenty of people who write in and tell me what's wrong with me all the time. But Dr. Phil is, he's someone who understands how to build a brand, a personality, connect with an audience. And so I'm super excited to bring him in so he can focus on that. We are also having Jesse Cole, who's the founder and owner of the Savannah Bananas and Fans First Entertainment. And Jesse is someone who you may have heard of, may have not. He is the Savannah Bananas just Google it. All right. And see what it is. It is a phenomenal entertainment series venue. I don't know how you want to describe it. And you want to make sure that when you come in, he is going to be talking about how do you develop raving fan customers, people who just rave about what you do. They rave about the products and services you deliver. They're champions for your brand. Jesse is just phenomenal. He's going to be talking about differentiation. How do you stand out from your competition in a meaningful way? So that is a very meaty conversation or presentation you're going to want to see. And then my friend Andre Norman. Now, I know you probably don't know who Andre Norman is unless you're a Producers Club member and you were at the session he did. But Andre was in prison serving multiple life sentences. He was a bad dude, let's just say. And his story is about how he overcame that. He got out of prison. He got a degree. He is now on a mission to help people who are in prison to change their lives, to become productive members of society. And I know you're going to sit there and you're thinking to yourself, what the hell is this guy going to teach me? I promise you, he may be the single most powerful presentation you see, because when we brought him into our Producers Club members,
Mhm.
people could not get enough of Andre. They were just blown away by his story, his integrity, his message. They were seeking him out in the hallway. He was doing counseling sessions like in the hallway. And Andre is just one of the most genuine, warm, amazing individuals you'll ever meet. And so these are the highlights and the keynotes. But obviously, we're going to have a lot of different sessions. My session every year I do a main stage session, like a deep dive. And this year I decided to do one on how to select and research and dominate a lucrative target market. And I've said it before, you guys have heard me say this multiple times. The single most important decision that you have to make in your business is, who is my customer? And what I find is most MSPs have a very low resolution definition of who a customer is. And they basically, anybody can show up, fog a mirror, wave a dollar, they're taking them as a customer. And because of that, they really struggle. They really struggle with, how do you package and price services? What vendor should we use? Who do we hire? What is our mission? How do we differentiate ourselves? So there's that component aspect of it. But the other part that people really struggle with is just, how do I do list building? How do I know how big my target market is? How do I know if I'm picking a sufficient size to that's going to fulfill on the revenue goals and the profitability goals and the growth goals that I have? So I'm going to be doing a very big deep dive into this very core important aspect of business strategy. It's not just marketing strategy, but it's also just business strategy. And I'm going to be bringing a lot of new information, some things that you probably already heard before, maybe have forgotten. So a refresher reminder is not bad, but there will be new information, new strategies, new tools. I've been researching this. I've been planning this for some time, and you are absolutely going to love it. You're going to get a lot of value from that. And then we're going to have over 50 different speakers, 60 different sessions. I think we actually have more than that. Mike, how many breakout sessions? I thought I saw something like 112 or more. Am I mistaken at that?
Yeah, no, these are just the sessions in this area. There's over 100 total because the tech track is not in here, and there's over 70 of those alone. So it's like 100. Well, let's do that math. I don't know, 130, I guess, total sessions there. It's the most sessions we've ever had. I mean, that was the other reason for moving to Dallas, as you talked about. We've got more space, more rooms that we can do this and offer so much more than we were able to here in Nashville.
Right. So the way we're doing this, guys, is we're creating multiple tracks, because one of the questions people have is, who should I bring with me? So if you're the owner, obviously you should be going, right? That's what this whole event is designed around. However, if you have a marketing team, if you have a sales team, you want to bring them with you, right? So we've got CEO, marketing, and sales tracks, but we're also focusing very heavily on AI. And there's going to be multiple sessions where we're going to be focusing on how to use AI in marketing. I know a lot of the vendors are bringing those sessions on how they're using AI to increase profitability and efficiency and incorporated into service delivery, onboarding, all those things. So you can see when you go up to the page here, you can see the different tracks, and we are tagging them so you know, is this appropriate for a marketing manager or a CEO? I mean, obviously, if you're the owner, you or anybody is welcome. I mean, we're not going to kick out somebody who's a marketing manager who wants to go in a session on how to use AI to eliminate 70% of inbound tickets. You know, we're obviously not going to kick those people out, but we just want to make sure that you know which is most appropriate for you. So you can see all the different sessions that you're going to get, so you can choose your own adventure. Yeah, so main keynote, we've got my deep dive session, and then all of this. Now, the other thing that I want to point out, let me see if they have it here. I'm going to go back to the homepage. Another big session that we do every year is the Better Your Best competition. So I'm scrolling down here. I'm sorry, I'm making
Yeah.
you guys dizzy,
There you-
right? But the Better Your Best competition every year is where we take our top 5 Producers Club members and they get on stage and they are competing to be spokesperson for my company, ambassador to the industry. But what's really cool about it is we ask them to summarize how they had their best year ever. And that's what Better Your Best is how do you better your personal best? Whatever your year is, how do you better the best year that you had? And these sessions are worth the ticket to admission just to see these alone, because think about it, like every year for the last several years, the average increase for these attendees or these Better Your Best finalists have been like over $1 million in a
Mhm.
year of growth. And they will map out on stage, here's what I did, how I did it. You get their essays, you get their campaigns, you get their strategies, and that is part of it. And then you, as an attendee, unless you're a finalist, you get to vote, and you get to vote for who you think should be spokesperson for my organization. All right. So again, what you have to do here is register. Excuse me. Um, we have got 3 different options. So there's general admission, there is super early bird, and there's going to be full price, right? So what you want to do, obviously right now, because it's before January 24th, when this offer goes away, is you're going to use this and you're going to register for this general mission at the super early bird price. And you get the workbook, you're going to get the digital downloads, the vendor hall access, you're getting lifetime recordings. You're also getting VIP seating, which includes to be seated towards the front of the venue. Unless you want to sit in the back, you can do that, of course. But we have a VIP lounge, and we have a Thursday night VIP party that is just going to be off the hook. It's going to be amazing. My team puts the best parties on. So when you register early, not only are you saving a ton of money, but you're getting that VIP seating, VIP lounge access, and the Thursday night party. So Mike, am I saying that right, or do you want to
Yeah, no,
add on?
absolutely. And
Okay.
no, this is the first time. So that's for all non-members. So members already get VIP seating and obviously access to the member lounge and to the member party that happens. But for the first time ever, if you register, as long as it's before January 24th, everybody who does that does get that VIP seating, that member lounge, and the party. This is also the lowest we've ever opened this up. And again, we've had some people asked why we're doing that. And like we've talked about, like we've got a bigger room this year. Usually we totally sell out. We can't even fit all of our members in. If every single member were to register and come, we can't do that. But because we have a bigger room, more space than we've ever had before, we've opened this up to others and want to take away every barrier to attending.
Right. So, guys, so yeah, so there's that. If you are a member, what you will do is you will use VIP active TMT members only, and you'll use that link. When you register, we are asking that you make $100 deposit to hold your seat. Now, when you do that, you have a couple options. All right. So this will take you through, but you'll see down here that the $100 deposit is just to make sure that you actually are serious about registering and attending and going to show up. If you no show us, then the money goes to St. Jude and you don't get it back. You do have the option of getting that money back, right? So down here, you can say, yes, just give my donation to St. Jude, and we thank you very much, saving children that are in desperate need of help, medical help. And St. Jude is an amazing and just an amazing charity. So you can donate it to St. Jude, or you can say no. If when I arrive to the event, I'd like my $100 back, and we will give that to you in an American Express gift card. We can't put it back on the credit card that you use because it's going to be too much time. Credit card companies don't let us put money back on a card after a certain period of time. So you get to choose. We're not going to shame you if you want the money back. That's fine. But you have that option. So we're only asking members who are entitled to 2 tickets to put a $100 deposit so that we know that you're serious about showing up. It's just a little, there's 2 reasons for it. One is to make sure that you're actually serious about attending. And number 2, we're trying to raise a little money for St. Jude, which is a charity that we love at TMT. We support. We're getting close to $2 million that we've been able to raise for St. Jude, and we would just love your help on that. All right. So and then if you're not an active member, and what I mean by an active member, you have to be a Toolkit member, you have to be MSP launch, you have to be an accelerators or producers club, and that's considered an active member. Now, if you're a client of ours, you can still come to the event. You can get a lot of benefit. We still have a ton of clients that might not be in a membership, but they come to boot camp. It's very common. You would click the general admission and register now, so you can save the money, sit closer to the front, be at the party, get VIP seating, get the discount, et cetera, et cetera. All right. And just for those of you who may not be an active member of ours, of course, we have our 100% money back guarantee, which is at any point during the conference, if you feel like you made a mistake, you're not receiving the value that you thought you were going to get, or you're disappointed with the experience, the content, the speakers, all you have to do is go to the registration table where nobody's going to see you except my team is going to be there. Let us know, and we will give you a full, complete refund of whatever you paid for your ticket, in addition to an additional $500 to cover any travel expenses. You just have to let us know before the end of the event to get that refund. So you have that. It's just in place in case you're like, I don't know, what if I go and it's not what I hoped. And I know you've gone to events where you were just underwhelmed, and I know I've been to events like that. So again, if you feel that's the case, you can opt out and you can get your money back plus another $500, right? And the other thing is, if you purchase an in-person ticket and maybe you find out that you can't attend, all you have to let us know is before the end of April 1st, you say, hey, I can't attend, and you can get a refund, or you can move to the virtual option. So like if you spent $299 to get a ticket, we'll refund that. Or we can downgrade you to a virtual ticket price, and you get a refund in the difference of the in-person and the virtual ticket at that time. And so that's it. So this is really kind of a safety net for you. Again, if you want to register now, you got to, because you're going to get your choice of seating, the VIP lounge, you're going to get the party. And then after that, those things are going to be taken off the table again, if you're not a member, right? And you're registering for those, right? So, Mike, anything else am I forgetting? Because I do have to remind them about that drawing. If they're not registered right now, they got to get registered.
Yeah, no, I know we got Karen in the background. She in real time is looking at the tickets and putting them into a randomizer. And so she'll be on and show you that in just a minute, but she takes about 2 minutes. So you got to do that. We should probably do the cutoff in like a minute here.
Yeah,
So
you've got 1 minute. Go register right now. Click that button. Go register for the event. So this is like your 1 minute warning, because Karen has to obviously have a cutoff, So she's going to take those registrations, she's going to put them into like some sort of a randomizer, and she's going to pick somebody to win. And we're going to announce you right here. We're going to announce you in like about 5 minutes or something like that. So we're going to announce who got the $500 drawing. And if you've already registered, maybe you registered, yesterday, I don't know, you're going to be in the drawing. So that's going to be good. So make sure you get your name in there. And then we're going to be doing weekly raffles. So everybody who is registered for boot camp every week, we're going to go on social media and we're going to announce another person that won, that won a $500 gift card. And that's going to be again to Uber, the Hilton, or Southwest Airlines. And you don't have to use it for this event, but it's just going to be a gift card you can use for coming to the event or on your own. And the other thing is you can win multiple times. Like once you win, we don't take you out, we leave you in. So, the sooner you get registered, the more chances you're going to get of winning that $500. And you're going to have, we could win more than once. Maybe you're going to be super, super lucky that way. So, so again, guys, go on to robinsbigseminar.com, make sure you register for the event. The theme's going to be fun. We're going to have parties. The vendors always play full out too. So, it's fun when we have these themes. We always pick a theme. And the reason we do that is just primarily for fun. It started out as a thing we started to do, and then people liked it, so we've kept it. And every year we try to plus the show, we try to make it bigger, we try to make it fun. And that's it. And then the vendors get involved. So the one year we had the circus theme. I mean, people had like circus games in their vendor booths. It was like kind of walking through a carnival, right?
Yeah.
So people get really into this, and I think this sort of what looks like Willy Wonka. It's not, but it looks so similar to Willy Wonka. I think with candy and just the golden ticket themes and stuff like that, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, Mike, what questions do I need to answer here?
Yeah, and a couple things just to we've got members, and even though your price doesn't change as a member, do remember that this year as members, your seating, the areas that you get reserved, is determined by how soon your accountability group or you get your tickets. So we've changed that for this year. Our membership team loves that because they got to handle all the logistics of that, but that just to incentivize you to let us know earlier than later. And quite honestly, to incentivize you because this will fill up. It fills up every year. And like we said, I mean, there's 12 to 1,300 people who can actually fit in the room. It will fill up, and we don't want to get people left out of that. So if you're a member, even though your price doesn't change, do go ahead and get registered right away so that you get that seat locked in. And as always, if something changes, you just let us know and we can switch that down the line to the non-in-person ticket. So we had a question here. So the event starts on the 22nd. Should they arrive on the 21st or the 22nd?
The 21st, because we're going to go full on. So yeah, register the day before. And guys, after you register, we'll give you far more details on when to show up, where to show up, travel details, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because the next thing you want to do is going to be get your hotel room. So the Anatole, what's going to be great about it is it's a huge place. But obviously if you want a choice room, you want to get a suite, you want to make sure you're not near the elevator, I don't know, whatever it is, then the next thing you're going to want to do is book your hotel room, because we will have a discounted rate for attendees, but hotels do limit those. So you want to make sure you get your hotel room. You can always, if you can't go, you can cancel it. They're not going to penalize you, but get it to hold it. So make sure that you get that hotel room and then book your flight, because you're going to get the cheapest rates. Let me also add that, even though you're a member and you are entitled to a ticket, you have until the end of January to claim your tickets, because we hold back some seats to make sure that everybody who wants to attend can attend. But at some point, we got to open it up to a wait list where, so after that, we can't guarantee your ticket. Then you're going to have to watch it virtually. And you don't want to watch it virtually, guys. I'm down here in case you wonder, where the heck am I? I'm in Florida right now. I have a second home down here on the Panhandle, excuse me, the Panhandle. And we were just doing an event down here. And there was a woman who came to, this was a rapid implementation. And she said to me, she said, I did rapid virtually the first time. And she's like, this is the first time I did it in person. She said, that was a huge mistake doing it virtually. I should have never done it that way. She said, the impact I had is second to none. And that's just a small rapid. I've heard the exact same thing about boot camp. People have said, well, I've watched the recording or I've watched it virtually, but it's like you do not get the same juice from it as you do coming in person. And a big part of that is just the energy that's in the air and the conversations that you have in the hallway with other people. And remember, the clients that we attract are not your stock standard MSP. They're just not. The people that we attract that come to this event have honest ambition to grow. They're entrepreneurial, if I can say it right. They're driven to grow. They're not happy with the status quo. They're trying to expand, to grow, to profit, to get to that next level, both personally and professionally. And so, because other conferences that focus on the technical tracks, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you're going to get more of your engineers, your techs coming to that. They're there to get certified. They're there to learn how to use a tool. They're not necessarily there to learn how to double or triple their business or sell their company one day for a freaking check. That's not what they're there for. So when you're walking around in the hallway and at breakfast and lunch and dinner and snacks in between, you're actually with a group of entrepreneurs that they're not techs with helpers. They are people who are great at running business, and they're smart and they're sophisticated and they're well read, and they invest in themselves. So our crowd is entirely different than other events that you may have gone to, and it's a really important point. In fact, the vendors say it to us all the time. They love sponsoring our events because the people walking around are higher caliber, higher quality business owners and entrepreneurs. And that's good. The vendors like that because those are the companies that are growth oriented. And if you're a vendor selling to an MSP, you want one that's going to be growing and adding seats and growing employees and everything else because they're going to spend more money on your software and your services, right? So I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out on that. That is 50% of the value is not just the content. It is the atmosphere, it's the experience, it's the networking, it's the talking to your peers. And you really, really don't want to miss that either. All right.
Yeah, Robin, we got Luke on, and I feel bad doing this now that I'm doing it because you'll probably give him a hard time for this. But he said, I've attended boot camp virtually for 8 years, but this year he's finally coming in person.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
so,
Luke,
uh,
okay, here's what you got to promise me. I want you to come seek me out. I'm walking around boot camp. It's big, but I do walk around and I'll be dressed up like Willy Wonka, so I'll be easy to spot. But come up to me and tell me once you've been in person and once you've been virtual, what's the difference? It's going to be night and day. You're going to absolutely be blown away. The parties, the fun, the theme, the speakers, the energy. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. I promise you. All right.
yeah, and Robin, you touched on it about talking with other members. And one of the things we did this year, because we know going to conferences, like it's hard to just go up and talk to people. Like we're not all of those people who will just go up, say hello to people we don't know. So that's why this year, for the first time, we're doing a ton of member-led discussions, and they'll be moderated. So these aren't all just like presentations, but they're going to show you what they're doing, and not just on marketing and sales, but also operations, productivity, hiring, all of that, running a business, mergers and acquisitions. But like one of them, I just got this, Robin, from Jovi, who's on our digital done for you team yesterday. So we're tapping him. He's a former Better Your Best finalist, but Roland Parker closed $468,000 in contracts from Bing ads in the last 3 months and has two in the pipeline for 750,000. dollars when they close. So instead of us telling you about this, we're having Roland go on there and telling you what he's doing, how he answers the phone calls, because we know what we're doing from our end, but we don't know what Roland's doing from his end, because a lot of people get a lot of leads and don't handle them correctly. So we're going to have people like Roland in that session to be able to tell you from their own standpoint, and you can ask them questions. And this is happening throughout the whole event, so that then you can go up to people that you've met at these sessions who've spoken there and talk with them, whether it's at a bar over coffee, lunch, dinner, at the parties, that sort of thing. So we're kind of facilitating, because networking a lot of times it's not done well and is tough. So we're trying to do things so that you know different people there, so you feel comfortable. And trust me, guys, they love it when you come up and talk to them after. It's great. They're like little celebrities for the event, and they should be, because they're doing an outstanding job.
100%. Yeah, that's the hands-on workshop, the panels, talking to other MSPs. It's stunning to me how many people try to figure things out the hard way. They sit at home and they don't seek out conversations with other people to so they're trying to achieve some really difficult goal: grow revenue, increase profitability, scale your MSP, customer service, onboarding, account management, whatever it is. And they just beat their head against the wall, figuring out themselves. Like, go someplace where other people have had success with this and talk to them. Find out what they did. What did they learn? What did they do wrong? So you don't have to repeat it. It's amazing to me how many people like suffer without necessity. There's blueprints, there's strategies. That's why you come to boot camp. You're going to be able to pick different sessions and you can customize. Here's the things I want to learn that are important to me. Some sessions are going to be like, no, I got that part figured out. I don't need to go to that. Some sessions you're going to be like, man, I'm going to pick this one, and this one. I'm going to go to those sessions. Or you might just say, hey, I'm going to be just hanging out in the vendor hall. I'm going to have conversations with the vendors, because we always have new vendors, new technology, and it's a good place you should go to basically shop for new ideas and new vendors to help you. Because the vendors, I know you guys like vendors and stuff, but honestly, they do bring a lot to the event, because there's always new tools and resources and done for you services that are available that are going to make life easier for you. And what's cool about it, the vendor hall area, is you can like speed date these guys, right? The other thing is, they all are often offering show specials, and they'll take you out to dinner. So like, if you're smart about this, you don't even have to spend any money on dinner or alcohol or anything, because they're all going to take you out. You could bring a second suitcase to all the tchotchkes and the giveaways and the cash, and you're getting all the discounts because they all have show specials, like I said. So there's a lot of value to that vendor hall as well. So don't overlook that when you come to the event. So all right, and I think we're going to be cutting off registration. Are we ready to announce?
Yeah, we're ready. Karen just pinged us. She's got there were a bunch of people who just registered during this, so
It's
she's
Santa
put all the names in
Karen.
there. Yeah, there we go.
Santa Karen. I'm very excited to do this right before Christmas, especially. Robin, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay,
If that's cool. My elves and I, we're busy loading 642 names into the wheel. Can you guys see it?
We're going to save at Publix apparently too. So that's
I know.
Oh, that's
Santa
good.
has to buy groceries
I love
to feed
Publix.
her kids for Christmas. All right, here we go. Again, we're giving away a $500 gift card. Winner's choice: Southwest, Hilton, or Uber.
I like how it has all the names there. I recognize a lot of these people.
Yeah, if you like zoom in enough, you can see them. We don't usually do this with 600 people on. So, okay.
Yes, congratulations to Shan. Our team is going to reach out and make sure you get your gift card. You can win again next week. Anybody who's registered can win every Friday.
And broccoli is buy one, get one at Publix. Okay. So make sure you do that. Buy one, get one free. It's awesome.
Yeah, we got to get sponsor money from them, Robin. We got to get Tanya on that. They can sponsor this. Next week, it's a $500 gift card to Publix.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice. Hey, groceries are expensive these days.
Yeah, yeah,
Inflation. That's why you got to come to
that'll
boot
buy
camp.
some eggs. So yeah.
Yeah, we got to show you how to battle inflation, because you will have to raise some prices this year, because we are actually, that was interesting. We did a session with Greg Crabtree, one of our experts in residence, on financial metrics and also just the economy overall. He's a partner in one of the top 10 CPA firms in the country, and he sees the books of like thousands of small mid-sized businesses across America. So he really has a pulse on what's going on. And yes, inflation is higher than they're reporting. If you feel it, you're right. And it's not going to get better. It is actually going to get worse. So one of his pieces of advice was, you got to be ready for paying more for everything, whether it's employee salaries, vendors, et cetera, everything's going to cost are going to go up, and you're going to have to raise your prices. And to do that, you're going to have a process for that. We're going to have sessions that we can talk about that. You probably want to go after a higher value market, which is part of what my session is going to be about. How do you research that market? So just tons of value, guys. Please, if you're a member, you came to me because your business wasn't functioning at the level you wanted it to. You came to me because you knew there was more that you could do if you just knew what to do. You just needed the direction, the coaching, right? And you trusted me with that advice. And hopefully I have earned your trust and maintained that trust, that when I give you advice, it's correct and that it's valid advice. It's not tinged by any other ulterior motive. So when I'm telling you, you need to come to this event, I am not telling you to come to this event because I have some motive of I'm going to pull a fast one on you. I'm telling you to come to this event because this is an event that will recharge your batteries. It will give you the answers that you need to questions that have been bothering you, bugging you. I have heard from multiple members who tell me this is the event where it finally came together for them. And so when I'm telling you to come to this event, it's super critical. I'm telling you to do that. I mean, think about it. You're paid. If you're a member, you've already paid to come to this event. It's part of your membership, right? So if I was really being greedy, I would say, don't come to the event because you paid me for it and I get to keep the money and I don't have to buy the food, the beverage, the venue, the speakers, and everything else. So I want you to come because I know it'll engage you. It'll help you get better results. It'll help re-energize you. And that makes you a better member for me. All right. And so that's the ulterior motive. Now, if you're a client or you're not a client yet, it's still absolutely valuable to you as well. Maybe you need that shot in the arm. Maybe you're looking to kind of launch and reset, your ambition, your goals. Maybe this year wasn't great. I don't know how this year was for you. Maybe you had a pretty sucky year, or maybe it was a pretty mediocre year and there was a lot of things that you didn't get done and you're sort of disappointed where you are and you just kind of need to reset, right? That's why we have it in the spring. April kind of feels like people are just geared up and they're energized, and we're going to give you the direction, the tools, everything you need. You'll walk out of there with your marketing plan for the rest of the year, because you're going to see the better, your best. You're going to see all the sessions. You're going to know the content. You're going to get the blueprints, the checklists, the everything that you need. So please, if you're a client, you're a member, and you trust me, hopefully you do, get registered for this event. Okay. That's all I've got. Mike, anything else? Questions? I guess I should ask you if there were more questions.
So the only other question I saw come in is they're asking if it's appropriate to bring like different members of their company.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, we have tracks for sales, marketing, and CEOs, right? So yes, if you have a leader on in your organization that is responsible or in partnership with you in growing the company, and that may be your spouse. A lot of times it's a spouse. It may be your service manager. It may be a VP. You want to bring those people with you. Definitely bring your sales and marketing people. If they're worth, now, here's what I'll tell you. It's an investment to fly them there, take them out of the office, put them up in the hotel. So like, if you don't think they're worth the investment, then I would say start looking for somebody who is worth the investment, because, don't spend money on people that you're not going to keep around. But if you want them to stay and be better and grow, why wouldn't you educate them? It was like Martin Bean, who was the CEO of CompTIA for a period of time, you know, used to say, people would always say, well, what if I invest in my employees and, you know, all the money and effort and everything, and they leave the organization? And Martin always said, well, what if you don't educate them and they stay? You know, so if you've got people on your team, invest in them. It actually doesn't make them leave. It actually makes them appreciate you more, and they're going to perform better for you anyway. So definitely bring sales and marketing people. Definitely bring your leadership team.
Yeah, and for members, that's just $100 additional, just as that ticket, and then for non-members, it's just that same price, that $299.
You got it.
So that's all I'm seeing in here, Robin.
Okay.
So people are happy. Nick says he needs that re-energizing. Sean said he really wanted to win that gift card. Well, Sean, if you're in, you gotta, I think it's 16 more chances. We were counting the Fridays yesterday. 16 more chances to win that gift card there, Sean.
Yeah, so if you're registered, we're going to be doing drawings every week. So you're going to get multiple chances. And you know, may the odds forever be in your favor, I
Yeah,
guess.
there you
I
go.
don't know. I'll just tell you there.
Sounds good. Maybe that's the theme for next year, Robin.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
Sounds good. Yeah, yeah. We'll see how this year goes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right, awesome. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Karen. Christmas, Karen. And have a happy holiday, whatever it is you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Festivus for the rest of us, guys. Whatever it is, may it be merry and bright. And I hope you have a very blessed new year. All right. Thanks, everybody.